All right, guys, we're here with Bernard from Frontier Arms, mate. Great to see you again. And thanks for your time. So we're going to run over, viewers, what's new from Frontier Arms. They import Walther and Hammerly, a whole heap of quality brands. So Bernard, I'll hand over to you, mate. Can you just run us through what's new with you guys this year?
Well, this year we've got a couple of new models out by Walther and Hammerly.
Yep.
I'm going to talk about the pistols today that have come through.
Yep.
At the SHOT Show in the US back in January.
Yep.
They introduced two new Walther pistols in the M2 series.
Yep.
So the first one I've got is the 9mm. This is the next model on from the PPQ Tactical, which we had out a couple of years ago, which we still have. But the American market wanted to go back to the more traditional magazine button on the grip, whereas of course the Tactical, it's on the paddle sides here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so they've adapted that with the M2 version. They've also gone with a long slide, so they've gone for a full-length slide. Compared to the Tactical, which has the barrel protruding out. A 127mm barrel, which is excellent because it's got a longer sight radius and better for your ballistics. And they've gone with the reversible mag button as well, so they haven't not catered for the left-handed shooter. It can be reversed.
Excellent.
For the left hand as well, which is great.
Awesome.
Picatinny rail as usual, and what they've done is added two 10-round magazines to comply here, but of course in the US 15-round mags is available for them, so a great little gun, and it comes with the fuel again.
So in other words, with the high capacity mags, for people here with the Cat H, like security, occupational, they can still access them through you guys, or order through their local dealer, I should say.
That's right.
So beautiful. Geez, that nice trigger on that too.
Yes.
Lovely.
Maintain the same trigger, about 2,500 gram trigger, so it's got that quick reset as the Tactical model has.
It's actually nice to see that mag release there, because I know myself, being a 1911 fan, you are used to always going there for the mag release. So that's lovely. So
that's an extra one, and then they brought out a 22 version, full-size gun. So basically, it gives you a cheaper option to practice and shoot on. It's got the same grip feel as the 9mm, and they have the magazine button again, reversible. The difference with this one is they don't have grip inserts, which they do have on.
I remember that on the Tactical one. There was 3 of them from memory.
That's correct. Small, medium, and large. So the 22 doesn't have that, but they have a nice fluoro front sight, which is great to pick up. 127mm barrel. And comes standard with the two 10-round magazines in a full-size 22.
Lovely. So at least the high-vis sight there, that comes straight up to the eye nicely.
It's beautiful. And an adjustable rear sight too, so not only for windage, but they also have elevation adjustment on that.
Oh, excellent.
So it's a bit of a bonus with the 22.
So this would be quite good in a lot of rimfire competitions even that I go in. Very nice, nice and lightweight.
The Picatinny rail, so if you want to get an aftermarket bridge mount, you can put one for red dots or run the lasers as well on them. So
really nice.
And of course, the fully ambidextrous slide release on the M2 models.
No, that's lovely. And what's the rough retail? I know you guys are wholesalers, but what would be the rough retail?
Around about the $14.85 mark for the show, and these are around about the $785 to $800 mark.
Geez, that's well priced.
It's very well priced for 22. So all German made, of course, and very accurate. So quite pleased with them. We're had a good response. We only just got them into the country back in June. Took a while to come through with the worldwide orders, but they're going well.
Excellent, mate. That's great. I know I've got a few subscribers to my channel who are very keen to see that. So you've got a bit of a following with that product out there. That's for sure.
Get one up there your way soon, and you can.
Mate, I'd love to. I'd love to, and I know there'd be a lot of viewers who'd love to see it.
We'll definitely work on that for sure.
Excellent, mate. What have we got here?
Okay, we've got a couple of new target air guns out from Walther and Hammerly. The Walther LP400 has been out for a while, but what they've brought out now is a club version of it, which basically is a more entry-level model. And the difference is really just the grip. So they've still maintained the mechanics of the 400 system with the horizontal bottle, but they've brought this grip out, which is a club-style grip. It goes from small to large, and it's reversible to left-hand. So that actual shelf can come off, switch to the other side, and become a left-handed grip. So it caters great for a club environment where you have a multiple number of shooters wanting to use 1 or 2 air guns. They can customise that to suit for there. And it's at an entry-level point, so I think it sells in around about the $1,500 to $1,600 mark.
So it's great for like clubs. I know when the clubs have their introduction pistol shoots, they often have like 10 or 20 people come through and they're using the club gun, so that'd be perfect. You can adjust it to that user preference. So
it's good, and fully adjustable triggers, of course. So just another little model option that they keep developing. And the other one here is Hammerly. They've got the AP20. Walther's owned by Hammerly's owned by Walther now. This model here is a an add-on or an improvement on their basic AP20. It's called the AP20 Pro. And what they've done is they've put the vertical bottle on, with a full-length bottle, rather than the horizontal one. Oh, sorry, not the horizontal one, the other model that comes through. And they've put a right-hand medium wood grip in it, so it's a better grip than the standard sort of club version grip. So they've gone down that track as a another model option with the air pistols.
Excellent. Chris, thanks for your time, mate. Good to see you again.
You too.
Bernie said that you'll run us through the air rifles, so what's new for us this year?
Walther has been really innovative. They released the LGV series of air rifles last year, and they've kept growing the offering. So LGV was at probably mid price point. And got excellent traction around the world, and they thought, well, let's get some entry-level guns in as well. Now, all of these Walther air rifles are spring-powered break barrels, all 100% made in Germany. So this is the new one they released at IWA in March. It's called the Walther Terrace. Synthetic stock, got the lovely high grip on the pistol grip as well as the forend. Got a nice little wider forend, so you can really feel that in the palm of your hand.
Nice.
Got the quick vis high fibre optic sights and automatic safety. So every time it's cocked, if that goes on, you have to turn it off before you pull the trigger. Available in both 177 and in 22. And sort of travelling, I think, feet per second in the 1.7s around about 800. And about 650 in the 22. But the great thing with these is entry-level pricing for a German-made gun. You're looking around about 430 to 450 Aussie dollars. So it's really good value.
Absolutely.
And, we're launching it now, and first shipments will come through probably the next 8 weeks, I'd say. So they do that in a synthetic stock, which is, as I said, the Terrace, and we've got the wooden stock that is just over here. And for an entry-level gun, it's not a bad piece of timber.
It's a nice finish on it.
It is. You know, that sort of price, you're thinking you might get some IKEA-style beechwood. But the Germans, you know, they make a good gun, but aesthetically, they also put it together as well.
Absolutely. They're nicely finished. Any of the German stuff is usually very nicely finished from what I've seen. So.
So these will start getting out to the reviewers in the next few weeks. So, you know, guys and girls will be able to see what you guys are going to do online with them. And obviously the print media. So, we landed these, I think, about a week ago. So just got a sample shipment in just to launch it. But about 8 weeks away before we get the full stuff. So that's the entry-level one, is the Terrace. Then we move up to, is the Century, which, again, spring-powered. But this one comes in a package with a 6-power Walther scope and rings, but no rifled sights. So it's designed purely for scope. A bit more weight in this one, and a higher velocity. I think you're about 990 feet a second.
Getting up there a bit more.
And you can just feel it. It's just got a bit more weight to it. But they're solid guns. And you know, that's retaining around the 560 mark.
That definitely feels like a heavy barrel 22. Really, it's got that solid feel about it. So.
Which is great. Again, you know, when a company of Walther's pedigree say, you know, we're going to bring some entry level stuff in, you always think, okay, what's it really going to be like? Because they've got to drive the price down. But you know, as a package, you know, $565, you go, that actually feels really good.
It does,
And like all Walthers, it shoots well. But proof will be in the pudding when you guys do your work. But you know, it's a good-looking gun, and what I love about, if you can get a close-up of that, just the way they finish it off. You know, it looks good. Rather than, okay, here's a $500 gun, let's just get it out the door.
Exactly. So no, it's nice to see the attention to detail, even just that, the textured grip there. That's good. So
that's the Century. Again, only available in timber, but they do it in 1.7 and in 22. And the fourth one is the extension of the LGV series in an underlever gun. So this has all the vibration reduction system we talked about last time, and the super silent technology, which is really all about cushioning that spring. So you know, it doesn't silence anything that's coming out of the barrel. It's just so there's no clang. And it's nice and quiet, and that all helps increase accuracy. But they've done it in an underlever. The demand was out there, so they felt that they better bring this one out. And again, a nice bit of timber on it. and they've got this nice high comb, so
lovely.
It really fits well. Design again, scope only.
Yeah, I was going to say, because of the comb, you wouldn't even be able to line up with open sights.
No,
You'd
that's
be a
right.
bit too high on your face. So.
Yeah, but just really solid guns, and retailing at about $700. So they're very reasonably priced German-made guns.
Yep. I think nowadays, you know, from what we've seen in general, the quality of manufacturers, what they're pumping out these days, because, you know, look at 20 years ago of the variety that you had then, it was quite limited, personally, I feel. Yeah. But now you look at the variety we've got in the gun industry, and it's just amazing with what's coming out for the price.
I think you're right, and I think it has a lot to do with the general economic climate.
Yeah.
You know, manufacturers have had to rethink strategies and maybe go, well, what gaps are in the marketplace? What can people afford? Because if they're not going to buy a $1,000 gun, they're not going to buy any gun. So a lot of manufacturers have adapted how they do stuff to go, we need guns in these price points. Otherwise, you know, people aren't going to be buying. So, impressed with Walther. You know, 8 new models out of Walther in 1 year.
Yeah, I mean,
guns and the
that's impressive.
It is, and it's good stuff.
Yeah.
When I was at SHOT Show in January, they said, with the air guns, look, we've got stuff in the pipeline. We're going to release at EWA, and they hinted maybe one model. And you know, 8 weeks later, 4 new guns on the system, and you go, well, you're really trying to get stuff happening.
But that shows a company who's willing to not only listen to public demand of what people want, but also continually on the go with design and building something new. That's only my personal view on it. But,
well, I mean, you know, 2 years ago, Walther didn't have a spring gun in hunting. You know, they've got all their single-shot compressed air, Olympic-style shooting stuff. But, you know, 2 years later, there's 10 air rifles on the market, from $430 to $800. So a really good selection, and just the feedback yesterday, people, because we haven't really started advertising this new series as yet, but just looking at and grabbing it off the shelf, going, I want that. Which is great feedback for us.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. All right, guys, well, what we'll do is, as we always do, we'll put the link to Frontier under this review. Even though you can't buy directly from them, you have to go through your local dealer. You can still have a look at the full range online. So, Chris, thanks again for your time, mate. And I guess we'll see you next year.
Absolutely, unless you go to Perth in December.
Yeah,
it's a long way from Queensland, isn't it?
It is a very long way, yes, and when we're paying our own way, it gets a bit expensive.
Maybe we have to sort out some sponsorship, mate.
All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll put the link under this review.